Hello everyone, how's it going? And welcome to Daily Game Review number 28. Today we have M00sin 12Q versus KingsLife 12Q. So it'll be an even game between two 12Qs. And we see Black playing a Niren save and then an approach, which is perfectly fine. And we play a normal Joseki here. White playing here and Black playing here. Normally you want to play this move. And if you're on your opponent's side, you normally play low. However, Black sometimes can play this way if he's looking to play an influential game. This level may be a little difficult to play this way, however, it is still possible. This move, however, is not recommended because there will be Aji in this area later for your opponent to take advantage of. Actually, a little funny story about this is we saw some Korean professional players actually playing this move in South Korea in the professional league. But when we asked our teacher, who is a 9-dan professional, about it, he said that there's just some unnecessary Aji in this shape later, so it's not worth the extra 2 points you get. So it's better to just play this way and have a little bit more solid position, so you don't have to deal with that Aji later. So it's just a little bit better to, it loses you 2 points, but it's more solid and less forcing moves against this shape later. So I recommend playing F17 versus G17, and that is a non-dan professional's advice, a Korean non-dan professional's advice. But surprisingly, this was played by some low-level professionals in the league in the first couple rounds. It was very interesting to see, and we got into a very interesting discussion about it. However, the conclusion was it's just not worth it. Just go ahead and play here. It's simpler, easier to work with, and no reason to play that way. Anyway, we see Black playing high to get an influential game, and we'll see how the rest of the game proceeds. We play a normal Joseki over here, and Black playing here. It's normally fourth line, you want to bring it down to the third line. Whoever gets to the third line first over here will get the advantage in this local area, but Black is fine with that because he won an influence. However, if White does not play, then the move to play on this side is this move. And then White will probably play this way, and then Black can either play like this and build the position up, or he can invade the 3-3 and play out the normal Joseki there. And that'll be fine, and we might see this little variation here, and then White plays an approach over here, and we'll proceed with the game. So that would be a result you would expect. However, if you play high like this does not put a lot of pressure on the corner, and White may defend like so to make an open skirt, or White may jump, and White may Tanuki, but I don't think White will Tanuki this. And we'll see how it goes. So White actually plays here. Normally, you don't want to attach like this. This doesn't attach directly, but on the next move it's going to be an attach, so we consider it kind of an attach. Normally you don't want to do that, but may be possible here. But you want to probably bring it up and expand this position like so. There will still be some Aji in there though, so I'm trying to think of how to fix. This has a lot of Aji. Maybe it's good enough just to go here. This secures the corner a lot, but this position is easily reducible, so it looks a little awkward. I'm not sure how to reach it here. Normally you'd maybe want to play here to put pressure on this, but this is super solid, so there's no pressure here, and Black can still come in like this and like this. So I'm not sure what to play here, guys. Maybe something along these lines right here, but there's still going to be a lot of Aji in here, but maybe if you can deal with the Aji, this is good enough. So we'll see how, maybe this is the move and just deal with the Aji. I'm not sure because there's still this kind of stuff. So maybe the corner's still open. So I'm not sure how to fix this, actually. I'm not sure how to fix this, so this probably isn't a good move. White playing here. I see no reason not to play here. This is simple, easy to invade, easy to live. But White played here. And remember, there's still a lot of issues in the corner. So that corner's got a lot of issues, so don't forget about that. However, White chose to play high here so he could escape quickly, but Black will get a lot of territory locally. So even here in this corner, it looks pretty big. And White may come under attack later with something along these lines. If Black gets some thickness here, White may get attacked like so with something here, maybe build a little bit of a center, who knows. This is maybe in the future. So anyway, those are some results you can expect from that. So it's okay, but I would prefer an approach. However, Black's going to immediately deal with this corner. White will, if White gets to this move, then this follow-up is fine, and this exchange is fine, because now White is making a base on Black's side. So this would be fine for White. However, he has to deal with this area, so it'll be a fight to see who gets Sente to get over here. And this result will be a possible ko, but I don't think it's going to be a ko because there's this cut here. But locally it would be a ko. However, if black fixes, then obviously it'll be a ko or dead. Black should not force white to fix this cut, because if black simply plays a normal variation here and white tries to kill, black actually has a cut here. So this is huge for white to defend. So white has to defend with something, and then black lives locally, and you can see black has just taken away the corner. So the difference between white having to fix at f5 and white already being fixed at f5, so it's like black plays this exchange, and then you can see white will probably kill black. So now black will actually have to play the ko variation here. So it's more like it's a ko for black's death versus black could have just lived because of this exchange. So you can see this exchange is actually very bad for black, and white should just go ahead and fix and make a ko in the corner, unless he read that this kills. If this kills, then that's fine, but I don't think it does, because if we get something along these lines, it looks like these two stones might die in a capturing race. You have to read that out carefully, though. If it works for black, then it's playable. Otherwise, go ahead and just fix. If it works for white, it's playable. Otherwise, just go ahead and fix and fight the ko. But in this case, black made a huge blunder here. Remember, guys, you do not want to fix your opponent's weaknesses like this without a good reason. So we see a white playing here, and black does play this cut. However, black plays immediately, and now white can actually kill these on a ladder, so this is not very good. So that means black messed up and lost the corner. Black will get the outside, but white will get here, and I think over here was bigger than this, so I think this exchange is actually going to be good for white, because remember, if we had just not invaded and we just reduced like so, we could actually see that this result was much better than this result. So white got a nice corner here. Black will get a forcing move here and maybe an extension here locally. However, I think the right side was a little bit bigger than this. So since white got the right side, I think white got a little bit more here. But we'll see how it goes. Black will take the... black fixes here. Why not here? Maybe black wants to play a little bit faster. But if white plays here... how much damaging is that to the outside? We have to consider that. If white plays here, then yeah, it's okay. But then you want to play here, right? This becomes a little bit larger base, so isn't that your plan? If you play N17, normally you want to fix here, because if white lives in the corner, then N17 does not help attack the corner at all. And so O17 is better for dealing with a 3-3, but if you're just going to play this, then maybe N17 is better. So if your idea is to play R17, then it's fine to play this move. However, if black is going to pincer, then obviously it should be a little bit closer here, because this stone is going to be a little out of place, and it's going to be very damaging if white takes the 3-3. White defends here and then takes a 3-3, so that's fine. Normally you don't like this shape, so... maybe white doesn't need to make this exchange, white can just go here. However, black will have some forcing moves here, so perhaps white does. I don't know, guys. White will get here and take black's base. So you can see this shape actually looks a little bit awkward and over-concentrated, and white can actually pincer here, which he does now to attack this group. And black overplaying a little bit here. This is not a lot of points and not worth 2 weak groups to destroy. So this is getting 2 weak groups to destroy 6 points, and this is not worth it. White will jump up. However, there is a connection under, so I recommend either Nobi or Diagonal to attack this group. And I think Diagonal looks pretty good here. And if you play something along these lines, and actually I think, no, that's not fine. That's not fine. Ignore that. Normally you want to play here, but there's actually some Tsujis here to connect. So perhaps just connecting's fine. And black is dying on the inside, and it should be good for white. And then let's say once black lives with some type of variation, this might actually hurt black. So let's say black lives with something, right? Let's assume black lives. White can actually come back and kill the stone and get more than 6 points that he had to start with. So you can see this is going to be very dangerous for black. Black, however, jumps out here, and there's still the connection, so if white can take that connection and Sente somehow, it should be good for white. White playing this move, I don't understand this move. It doesn't really help. It's not a very good attack. I think something along these lines would be a little bit better. But because this has a lot of cutting points. So normally cutting points are not the way to attack your opponent. And remember, you want to attack for profit, not to kill. White will do this, and black defends here. That's awkward. White can just push through and cut. So this is definitely a mistake. Black just gave white everything he just was trying to take. So I don't understand what black's thinking was here. Black plays here, and instead of playing the third line to get some points, he plays the fourth line for influence. If he wants to play this way, perhaps shoulder hit here and then here is a little bit better, and that way you can play for a lot more influence. Maybe that's okay in this game, but he's got to watch his life and death up top. I think he's not completely alive up here, and that's definitely an issue. So white can actually get this around in Sente and force black to live on the inside, and then come back, get a peep here, and probably just destroy the Moyo directly. Peep here, make an exchange here, and then just go ahead and destroy the Moyo. And the Moyo's kind of gone. And I'm not sure who's ahead. I haven't evaluated the board just yet. But anyway, we'll see how both players' strategy continues. This is definitely not good. Okay, they said it's a misclick. Normally you would play like this because this cut is definitely powerful for black. Alright, so black will defend the points locally and not cut, so doesn't want to attack white's stone just yet. But he got some points locally. I'm not really a big fan of that because locally there's not many points because white can reduce like this, so I don't really think this move is very valuable. Rather, I think black should go ahead and what's a big move here? What's a big move? Maybe build up his position in the center? Because he spent a lot of moves to get that center, right? Probably just go ahead and develop his position in the center. White, trying to reduce. Remember, when you want to reduce an influence, you want to play on the line of the influence, the line of the Moyo. But if you go in so deep like this, your opponent can actually cap you, and now you're in a lot of trouble. You're behind enemy lines, and you don't have a base. So this is not the way to reduce. This is an invasion, and this invasion's in the middle of nowhere. So if black gets this move, it's going to be a very powerful attack for black. Black, however, chooses to play this way. This was a little too soft. White will be able to jump out immediately here, which he does. Black now attacks this instead of attacking the group that's actually weak. So a little bit bad decision here by black. White overplaying like crazy here. He's weak in the center, and now he's just going to get cut off like so. But black actually defends this. Black playing overly defensive here, and white overplaying and trying to live in here, which is like nearly impossible. Just defend. There's no life in here. It's not 2 eyes. No way that can be 2 eyes. That'll never be 2 eyes. So this is complete overplay. White should definitely die in this area, which he does. But however, black actually let white escape a little bit here. So a little bit mistake on black's part. So black definitely needs to work on some attack and defense. White, you got to learn how to deal with these Moyos and don't overplay. So both players need to work on attack and defense and invasions. So yeah, how to fix that? So white actually lived. That's a little bit crazy. So there's a lot of issues in this area. So I think both players need to review some influence games, how to use influence, how to take influence, and how to attack and defend with influence. So I think reviewing some influential games will be beneficial for both players. I know Takamiya Masaki is definitely an influential player. He plays Sanrensei all the time, but you might want to look about 30, 40 years ago, maybe 50 years ago, of Takamiya Masaki's games. He's a old Japanese player. And he's very strong, and he was a 9-0 professional, and he was one of the few players who was able to win like really major tournaments with the Sanrensei. The Sanrensei is really hard to use, guys. Sanrensei is really hard to use, and he's really good with influences. And if you want to see how his opponents deal with his influences and how he uses his influences, I recommend reviewing some of his games and learn some attack and defense strategies for influence, because that seems to be an issue with both players here. And other Japanese games from that time period should be helpful to learn how to get some basic solid positions and solid shapes. It looks like the shapes aren't the greatest, but aren't the worst. So I still think that needs a little bit more improvement. And then get some attack and defense down, and get a goal for your attack and defense. How to attack and gain profit. how to defend efficiently. So I think attack and defense is the big issue in this game, guys. So older Japanese pros, professional games from that time period should be beneficial for you guys. Hopefully that will help you guys, though, and I think that's what you need to work on mainly right now is some attack and defense. Also, get your games reviewed, guys. Get your games reviewed. You can learn a lot of shapes from players by getting your games reviewed online, and it should be very easy to do in today's society with technology how it is. So I think getting your games reviewed will help you learn some higher level attack and defense strategies and other things you could have done in your own games. So post them online, send them to the Daily Game Reviews videos, and hopefully that will help you guys. But learn some more attack and defense strategies, and learn your attack and defense reading, and hopefully that will help you. And how to take profit when you attack, and how to live and invade and reduce efficiently so your opponent doesn't get too much profit. That's what you want to look at, is who's getting the profit and how much profit are they getting. Look at the profit, not living or killing. Look at the profit. Except for this should have died. Except for that. But anyway, hopefully this will help you guys. Hopefully you guys found this review helpful, and hopefully the viewers found this review helpful, and hopefully that will help you guys improve your games. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for submitting the game, and if you are interested in getting your own games reviewed, please click the link in the description below, fill out the form, submit your game, and hopefully I will get to it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye.